Hi there, it's Connie-Rae. Welcome to Connie-Rae's Craft Room. I have an Easter card. Yay! I've been working on this one for a while. I really love this Easter Friends set. So I really want to use our bunny. But I turned our bunny into a rabbit. And I've turned our rabbit into a little bunny. So, let me get over here. There we go. Yeah, isn't it cute? And I've done them in quite a few colours that I really enjoyed. I've used Distress Oxides, but you can use any colour that you want on the backgrounds. And I'll show you how I've done it. It's really, really a quick and easy card, but it is very lovely. So, I'll show you how I've made them. Very excited. This is Easter Friends, cling set stamp. And it's from Stampin' Up, sorry. And I also use this little icon here, this little flower, Lovely You. So those are the two stamp sets that I've used today. I'll show you how I've made it. Getting myself organized. Now I'm using a A2 card. So that means that it is 11 inches in length by 4 1/4 in width, and it's scored at 5.5. That's your base. And then your front card is I always get these ones wrong. Yeah, 4 inches by 5 1/4, which is that one. And that's the one that we're going to be working on, and we're going to attach it to the base of the card. So we'll get started. And I've made a few of these because I'm sending them out and I'm organized. I've got everything. I'm ready to go. I just got to make a couple more, which I'm really excited about. I'm also using the Tailored Expressions design 6x6 designer masking stencils, and I'll include everything in the link down the bottom that you can go and get them. I've shown these before. I've got different sizes of these. I've got circles, squares, rectangles, but I'm using the square one. I'm using the smallest square one, which is this one. So, and I'm going to use it on my media mat because it doesn't slip around. And you can't see it. I don't think you can see it, but there are grid lines on the bottom. On the back of these stencils, and you won't be able to see them because they're just so faint, but they're there. So I'm putting this on the smaller one, and I'm just going to pop some tape on the back to hold it in place whilst I do a few things, which is do my background, and I'm also going to stamp while this is on there as well. So I'll show you how I've done that. I love these. These are just so good. You can produce so many beautiful cards very quickly with these stencils, very quickly indeed. Now I have the colours that I've used for my cards previously have been frayed burlap, iced spruce, faded jeans, wilted violet, and antique linen. You can use any ink you want on your background, but I just like the way that these work. I'm going to do my purple one again. Yes, I'm going to do my wilted violet card again because I really liked it. And I'm just going to do the background. Just want to make sure that stays in place. It should, although, because I've just been using the tape a bit, so it might have lost a bit of its tackiness, but that's okay, it should be fine. So we're just going to use our blender brushes and our oxide, and I don't want the backgrounds to be really heavy. Not, you know how some of the blending occurs, it's kind of really heavy and really thick, and don't want that. I just want it really light, just enough to give it colour. So I'm just going to go in as lightly as I can. The first one I did, I think I felt it was a little bit too dark. I was really wanting those lovely pastel Easter colours. So I'm just wanting to do that. I don't want them very dark. I don't mind the patchiness, I like it. I don't need it to be condensed colour. I'm happy with just a little bit here and a little bit there, a few white patches showing through, but not to the point where it's really stark and silly. We just want to make sure that we've got the colour just enough to accentuate our little bunny. I love how I turned the rabbit into a bunny. I was finding it really hard to use the whole bunny. It was really hard. So I think I was very happy when I decided on this design, I have to say. All right, So I'm happy with that background. It's going to be nice and light. It's not going to be heavy. And of course, if you didn't want it to be this dark, you could also go in with the white over the top of it. I'm just going to put a bit more in there. And of course, the more you press down, the heavier it gets in terms of colour. So I'm just going very lightly over the top. All right. And so the other thing that I found was really great to do was I put my stamp on a block, and I've left my little stencil on there. Just leave it on there. It's fine because you can wipe these stencils off. Anything you put on there will wipe off. So what I decided to do was to stamp my bunny straight onto there. So I'm using VersaFine black, Onyx Black it's called. And I'm just going to stamp up my bunny. We're not going to be using my rabbit, I should say. We're not going to be using all of him. We're only going to be using enough to put him into the box, half his body. But you've only got one shot at this. There's probably another way that you can do this, and if you find it, good. But for me, this is the only way that I found works. So we really just want to put our bunny, oh, sorry guys, our bunny just in the box, but over towards the left there. Is that the left or the right? I'm not sure. Depends which way you're looking, right? All right, so I'm just going to line him up, and hopefully it's going to be okay. Yep, he looks like he's kind of in position there. So we'll get that out of the way, and then we'll take the stencil off because this is all washable. We'll wash that later. And as you can see, he's in a really good position. So we'll just take the tape off, and voila. So we've got a little bit of ink there, so just be careful. And then I'm going to take the little icon that I chose from the lovely You stamp set, and I'm just going to use black onyx again, and I'm just going to stamp it just off the side a bit, like this one here. So you've got plenty of time to go in and grab this stamp set, and hopefully you can see that. And make these. These are very, very quick and easy. And just line it up the best way that you can onto your square that you've created, and there you have it. Isn't that pretty? It's so easy to do. So easy to do once you know how, as they say. All right, and the second thing that I've done, I've obviously done I've already done a label. I've embossed it with white on a black piece of cardstock, and I've cut it with our rectangled dies. So obviously, and I've embossed it. Did I say I embossed it with white? Yes, I think I did. And I used that out of the Easter Friends as well. So it's this Happy Easter, whoop, Happy Easter here. So that's the little sentiment stamp that I've used, and this. So, and it's really easy. I'm just going to pop that on with some dimensionals. Let me see here. We just need probably about 3 dimensionals on the back of that. This is probably going to be the quickest card I've ever shown, which is great. Don't worry, I'll include all the links down the bottom. And hopefully you'll enjoy this as much as I did. The end result is just lovely. All right, I'm just popping my sentiment on. There we go. That's on the front there. And my card, which is it here? Yes, this is it. We're going to stick it on the front of the card, our card base. And I'm just going to put some dimensionals on again, give it a bit of height. So I would probably say 1, 2, 1 in the middle and 2 down the bottom. Make sure I've got my card up right. And just take off our little backings. Such a fun card. And of course we then line it up with our base, leaving a little bit of a margin on all 4 sides. practice makes perfect, as they say. There we go. Ta-da. And you can stamp in the middle, inside if you want, just leave a little stamp. Or it's up to you what you put inside. And I'm using these are the in colour for this current year. And I'm using these little diamantes. They go really well with the colours I've used. So there is some yellow, there is a gold, blue, the dark green, and I will include these in the link down below, and the purple. So I'm just going to use some more purple ones in the same places that I put these, just to make sure it's all balanced, because it always looks pretty with these. Just finalizes everything. Puts everything into perspective. And there we go. All right. So I've got a couple more I want to make to send out to some friends for this Easter. But that is basically how you make a really quick, beautiful, really lovely, lovely card. There you go. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you give it a go. It's so good, and it's one that you can use every year if you wanted to. But the technique itself, you can use with any icon, which is really good. So getting those stencils, the designer stencils, the tailored expression designer stencils is really, really key in terms of getting that design down. There's two sizes. There's this big size, and there's obviously the size that I use, which is, ew, I got that everywhere. Oh, that was the bunny. Okay, that was the two sizes that they come in, large and small, and I've used the smaller one. So got ink everywhere now. Like I said, I'll be using those stencils again for other designs, but I just find them so good because they're just really easy, and they make it look really good. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me today. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I will be back with a new tutorial very soon. We've got the new annual catalogue coming out, and I've actually had a sneak peek at the catalogue. Ooh, it's always exciting, isn't it? Always exciting to get new crafting products. Let's face it, it doesn't matter. We're always excited about it. So I will hopefully have some new toys to play with. So, as I said, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you soon for a new tutorial. Happy Easter, everybody. Please be safe and enjoy your holiday for Easter. Bye for now.